Debobrata, please speak once so that I can understand whether I can hear or not.
Yes. Yes, you
No,
are audible,
continue.
Brishti. Oh,
Wait. See. এবার বল কিছু যদি শুনতে পাই।
হ্যাঁ শোনা যাচ্ছে, তোকে শোনা
এবার
যাচ্ছে।
ঠিক আছে। না না, আমি শুনতে পাচ্ছি না, মেন কথা হচ্ছে ওটা।
আচ্ছা শুনতে পাচ্ছিস তো?
Okay, yeah, now I can hear you.
হুম। স্টার্ট বৃষ্টি।
Okay, so hello everyone,
But
welcome to.
ভাইয়া স্টোর।
Okay.
বৃষ্টি, প্লিজ
Yeah,
স্টার্ট।
okay. So, welcome to You Design Idea. So, this is the day one of introduction to UI and UX. So, what do you know about UI and UX? Anybody?
Better to say, what do you mean by design?
Okay, yeah.
Anybody? Tell it in the chat box.
creating
It will be
creating
fine.
anything which looks beautiful to our eyes.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Kind of prototype.
Prototype. What kind of prototype?
uh, before making an app we just showcase that how it will be look like or something.
Okay,
Okay.
fine. Anything else?
What are you expecting from You Design Idea? Like, what is the initial understanding about it? Like the competition or the challenge that you're going to go through.
By the name it is like we will be given task like you design and
Hmm.
I'd yeah you will give task and we will do something.
Yeah. So basically, it's going to go on for 28 days, and every day you will be given a challenge and you'll have to complete it within that day. So it will probably take up to 1 to 2 hours depending on how much effort you put in. So, yeah. So basically, my name is Brishti Saha. I am from NSEC, ECE department, and second year. I preferably like to design and mostly use Flutter.
हेलो गाइस, आई एम देवब्रतो। मैं हिंदी में बात करता हूँ। मैं आईटी डिपार्टमेंट से हूँ, सेकंड ईयर से। डिजाइन टीम, जीडीएसी डिजाइन टीम का मेंबर हूँ। एस्पायरिंग यूआई यूएक्स डिजाइनर एंड फोटोग्राफर। नथिंग more about me.
Yeah. So, like you said, design is something that you see everywhere. Okay. So it can be like, an app you are using, and basically this PPT
पूरी
also.
थ्री
It's
इडियट्स के भाषा में पूरा फैन से लेके तुम्हारे जिप तक सब डिजाइन है।
Yeah,
ठीक है.
exactly.
So nothing to worry about that. What will be the design?
Yeah.
कैसे डिजाइन करते हैं वैसा कुछ नहीं है. डिजाइन सब कुछ है.
Yeah, it's basically what you feel, how you will interact with people, basically, how you will show your ideas, and the way you show your ideas is through your designs. So, what is UI? Like, any idea? Like, it's written. So,
Guys, any idea about UI? What is UI?
The front end part, which actually,
Front end part.
okay.
yeah, the
What the users see.
Yeah, yeah. Anything else?
What it is appealing to your eyes.
Yeah. So, basically, UI stands for user interface. So, it's basically the interface the user sees. So it's like a graphical layout of any application that you build, any website that you build. It is what the user will see and interact with. Okay?
एक्चुअली जो तुम अभी भी देख रहे हो इस पीपीटी का, वो सब भी सभी एक यूआई डिजाइन ही है, क्योंकि वो तुम लोग यूजर्स हो और हम लोग ये सब दिखा रहे हैं तुमको. वो सब डिजाइन से दिखा रहे हैं तुमको. ये सब यूजर यूजर डिजाइन है, यूजर इंटरफेस डिजाइन है, जो तुम लोगों के आई मैंने तुम लोगों के विजन में जो आ रहा है अभी.
So basically, it's all about the visual. Like an art, um, like a graphic designer, basically, if they make a web application, like the front part of the web application, that will fall under the UI design. So basically, it's nothing but the visuals. Just how does it look?
यूजर व्हाट इज यूएक्स. यूएक्स का मतलब किसी को समझ में आता है, किसी को पता है?
no bhaiya.
As the name
यूएक्स का मतलब
suggests,
होता है कि हाँ हाँ
yeah, as the
मैं
name suggests, it's the experience which the user will get.
Yeah.
ओके फाइन. यूएक्स का मतलब जो होता है, जो तुम्हारे जो डिजाइन है वो यूजर्स के साथ कैसे इंटरेक्ट कर रहा है, इंटरेक्शन कैसा हो रहा है, और जो जो एक्सपीरियंस यूजर गैदर कर रहा है उसको देखभाल करना यूएक्स डिजाइनर का काम होता है. यूएक्स डिजाइन होता है वो. ठीक है. अगर देखो मैं एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. तुम स्पॉटिफाई पे गए, ठीक है, स्पॉटिफाई पे गए, तुम सर्च बॉक्स नहीं, सर्च बॉक्स कहाँ पे नहीं क्या बोले, समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, तो कैसे तुम सर्च करोगे? थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेशन है, जो मेनू बार खोलना पड़ेगा, फिर वो सर्च बार निकलेगा, फिर तुमको सर्च करना पड़ेगा. थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट हो गया ना. एक्सपीरियंस कैसा हुआ यूजर का? खराब हुआ. ठीक है ना. तो वैसा ही जो यूजर एक्सपीरियंस डिजाइनर होता है, उसका काम ही होता है कि प्रॉब्लम्स जो डिजाइन होगा उसको थोड़ा सा शॉर्टन करना और थोड़ा सा सिंपलिस्टिक करना, कि यूजर को एक्सपीरियंस बहुत अच्छा हो. वही यूएक्स डिजाइनर का काम होता है. एंड द नेम सजेस्ट दैट द विच आगे टू name suggests that user experience is how a user interacts with and experiences an application. जो मैंने बोला just simple भाषा में. uh, wait, is it interesting this part only? मतलब
Yeah.
सेशन थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्टिंग कर सकते हैं क्या?
No bhaiya, it's all right. It's interesting.
Okay. जो अभी बोल रहे हैं यूजर एक्सपीरियंस डिजाइन, जो मैंने बोला कि इट्स ऑल अबाउट द यूजर. यूएक्स डिजाइनर का असली काम ही होता है, जो primitive motive will be there, that we will focus on only on the users. यूजर्स का को क्या काम होगा ऐप पे आके, यूजर्स का क्या एक्सपीरियंस होगा, यूजर्स कैसे इंटरेक्ट करेगा, यूजर्स को कैसे हम लोग क्या डिलीवर कर सकते हैं, सब यूजर्स के ऊपर ही फोकस होगा. ठीक है. That's not based on our personal opinions and personal experiences, just only about the user experience.
Okay, so basically we
किसी
have
को
been
कोई
talking
डाउट,
about, yeah.
एक मिनट, किसी को कोई डाउट अबाउट दिस पार्ट ओनली?
Bhaiya, can we make an end-to-end smooth interface while using Flutter?
Yeah, you
Uh,
can.
हाँ हाँ.
Yeah, yeah.
ओके. एनीवन,
Flutter
एनी
is a
प्रॉब्लम?
like a cross platform, what should I say?
हाइब्रिड.
Yeah, basically it's a hybrid. So you can use it and you can make the entire thing over there. Though it's mostly used for UI, but yeah, if you want to make a complete app, Flutter would be really good for that.
yes, and do we need to know some other web development programming languages like HTML or CSS to do that?
No,
No, not
normally
required.
not required, because if you are doing Flutter only, then you need to focus on Dart. Okay, so Dart is a very simple language, and it is pretty much, it uncovers the entire base over there. And if you're using Android Studio, then you get a lot of other options. Like if you're especially looking for app development, you can use Android Studio. Over there, you can use Kotlin, Dart, whatever you want. So basically, if you're only using Flutter, it's good enough. Like if you know Flutter, you can do the entire thing. That is enough. But if you are trying to do it on different platforms, like you don't want to do it on one single platform, then you will have to learn other languages.
Okay, Lee.
Okay, any more questions?
Anyone, any problem? Any
Hmm.
more questions? Drop it in the chat box, please. No response. I think this is so boring. पीयूष भैया, बोरिंग हो रहा है ना बहुत? पीयूष भैया, आप सो गए? पीयूष भैया,
Hello, hello. I
आप भी
think
सो
what
गए? हम लोगों का भक्ति था सुन के.
no no no. I think what we can do is first we can explain what you have to explain.
Yeah, yeah.
Then at
Then we
last we
can
can
go for
take
the
all the
questions.
Q&As. Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, it will
Okay.
become a very long one.
Yep.
Okay, so we come to design thinking. We have been talking about UI, UX, and how it matters and how you do it. But how will one person gather all the information and make that information into one stunning product? So, this is the life cycle. It's like an infinity loop. Like designing and thinking, these things never actually stop, it goes on and on. So many people say think, make, break, and repeat. So it's the same thing here. So first, you need to find out what the problem is. So you have to define the problem, like whatever the problem is. So you search for the problem, you find the context of the problem. Why is it important? Research that. And after researching, you come across an idea. Okay, so like for example, what should I say? Health, mental health, it's a problem, right? So many people are unable to go to doctors during the COVID situations in the last 2 years because there was an influx of patients. So that was a problem. So why is it important? It is very important because mental health is a very big issue, and we research on this. Why are they unable to go to the doctors? And we find out that it is easier for them to book online appointments and go. So now you get an idea, like for example, you create an app or a website which will help them connect with doctors, Zoom calls, and all of this. So you get an idea over there. And now that after this idea, you form a prototype of that app or website which you are making. And after making the prototype, you will have to test it. After testing, you will find there are some problems and the entire circle goes on again. You see what the problem is and see why is it important and how to make it better. So design creates culture and culture shapes values and values determine the future. So you will see there's a huge rise in demand of designers these days. Futuristic products always need design. Like you can have an amazing product, but if you do not have a proper design, nobody's going to buy it. So you need to have a good design so that people actually get attracted towards it. And if your product is good, it will rise. Like your things will rise. Deobrata?
Hmm. As I have said before, यूआई यूएक्स का यूआई के बीच में डिफरेंस क्या होता है? यूआई जो होता है, यूआई का काम ही होता है जस्ट आई कैचिंग फीचर्स, आई कैचिंग विजुअल अपीलिंग जो जो डिजाइन होता है उसको बनाना. और यूएक्स का काम क्या है? कोई तो प्रॉब्लम्स तो होगा ही भाई. तो वो जो प्रॉब्लम्स होगा यूजर की तरफ से, जो प्रॉब्लम्स होगा उसको सॉल्व करना यूएक्स का काम होता है. ठीक है. सब लोग पूरा कंफ्यूज हो जाता है यूआई एंड यूएक्स डिजाइन. ये बोथ एक साथ लिंक है. तो अगर देखो तुम यूआई डिजाइन करोगे, ठीक है, यूआई डिजाइन तो करने का बाद नहीं है, तो उसका जो प्रॉब्लम्स होगा वो कौन सॉल्व करेगा? वो तो यूएक्स डिजाइनर ही सॉल्व करेगा. ठीक है. तो यूआई एंड यूएक्स both are very much linked. Nothing that much difference, I think only.
And the thing is, like, when we come to the entire thing, like how they are linked, UI falls under UX. Okay, so UX is a bigger part. It has some UI in it. And then, lastly, we find the customer experience, which is the culminative of everything. So here we see that UI is like the tip of an iceberg, what you can see. But all that effort, all the links, the prototyping, everything is under the iceberg. So the skeleton of the entire frame of the web, like wireframes, like web and apps, these things, they're all UX. The structure, the scope, and the strategy, all required, all belong to UX. And the layout and the visual appeal and the branding of the product, that is your UI. So basically, UI is the visual elements of the pages, buttons, and icons which you can find that the person interacts with. Okay? And UX is the overall experience. That is why it's called user experience. And UI is user interface. So it's the interface which you are interacting with, and user experience is the overall like expression of a person, the experience they feel when they interact with that product.
फंडामेंटल्स ऑफ यूआई. तुमको एक क्वेश्चन करते हैं सबको कि तुम लोग यूआई जो जो एप्स यूज करते हो, तुम लोग क्या कॉम्प्लिकेटेड यूआई सजेस्ट कर प्रेफरेबल और मोर सिंपलिस्टिक? व्हाई?
Yeah,
Depends upon the
complicated.
purpose.
हम्म.
Yeah, complicated UI.
कॉम्प्लिकेटेड
It,
यूआई.
it
व्हाई?
will depend upon the purpose actually.
Because
Depends upon the
more than
purpose. Okay.
because anything more than that, we require attraction. So eye catches those things which are mostly attractive or beautiful. So for a complex UI or a complicated UI, the vibrancy, the color matching, the matte finish, there are many things. So I think that complicated design should be more useful
Is that
Okay.
complicated design user friendly?
In it can be, but it's not that much user friendly.
Okay. So basically, if you look at a like a website or an app and you cannot find the menu bar, will you be frustrated? Like you can't find it. You want to search something, you can't find anything. What will you do? It is all eye catching. There is a lot of graphics, but you cannot exit a panel or you can't enter something like that. What will you do?
I will definitely get frustrated and report it immediately
Yeah.
to the.
Yes,
So
that's the problem.
basically, that is the problem. If you put too much complication in something, then it becomes very haphazard. You won't be able to find anything. So that is the biggest problem when it comes to UI. And
And that is the
complicated
main
means,
main main point of the UI, user
yeah,
friendly.
it has to be user friendly so that when you're switching on your computer, for example, you cannot find your taskbar. If you can't find your taskbar, you will be at a loss because you won't be able to switch off the computer. You won't be able to go to other apps which are not there on the desktop. And it will be a big, like, mm, hazard. But if it was there, you would be able to go and get shortcuts over there, right? So it's not about being complicated or about being simple. It should be user friendly. And simple does not mean that you have only two lines of text and no pictures. It's not like that. So it's like simple means that at one glance you should be able to say this search bar is there. If I want to find something related to my profile, I can go and click on the account like the whatever you have, like a circle, and there are buttons which will help you go to next pages or swipe, things like this. So that is simple but efficient. But if you have complicated stuff like 3 to 4 pages right after one another, but there's no way to swipe through them, you have to open it in another tab and then again go
Another
through
tab.
it like that. So
It's
it's going to be a bit,
very much
yeah.
frustrating actually.
So that
Okay,
is the first
then
thing
this.
about UI. Like it should be user
Hmm,
friendly and the design should be for all, right? So Deobrata, please elaborate on that.
hmm, hmm. Design should be for all means what happens when that app is using app that a person is using that app. Nothing much about that. मतलब क्या बोले, nothing much knowledge about that app. मतलब उसको टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में कुछ समझ में ठीक ठाक नहीं आ रहा है, क्या कर सकते हैं वहां पर?
For example, if a person is deaf, okay, and you have something audio in it, for example, in Instagram, there is an option where you can put an alternative text for a person who is blind. Okay, so it will read out what the image is about. So that is very user friendly. Like it doesn't matter if the person is handicapped or has like like is deaf or blind. They have options for those people.
मतलब डिजाइन शुड बी डाइवर्सेबल.
Yeah,
जो भी वो जब डिजाइन दिखेगा तो सबको, क्या बोले, उसको सबको समझ में आना चाहिए कि ये डिजाइन किस चीज के लिए है, ये क्या इम्प्लाई कर रहा है ये डिजाइन हमारे सोसाइटी में. दैट शुड बी दैट ऐप और डिजाइन शुड बी इक्विटेबल.
everybody should be able to use it, like from kids to old people, depending on the spectrum of your app. You have to think about a lot of things while making those, and then you design it. So a proper UI should have a design which is applicable for all age groups and all people. So then we come to eye catching, which you said. Like it should be something which is vibrant and it immediately gets
वाइब्रेंट.
your attention. Because to be very
मतलब जो
honest,
हाई
yeah,
कॉन्ट्रास्ट जो आई कैचिंग होता है, जो हाई कॉन्ट्रास्ट कलर्स. देखो एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ मैं. ये जो हमारे जो व्हाइट स्क्रीन होता है, व्हाइट स्क्रीन के ऊपर जब हम लोग ब्लैक से या ग्रे से जब लिखते हैं, टेक्स्ट और टाइपोग्राफी करते हैं, वो आई कैचिंग रहता है। और ब्लैक स्क्रीन के ऊपर जब व्हाइट कलर पे जो टेक्स्ट और टाइपोग्राफी करते हैं, सब थोड़ा सा आई कैचिंग रहता है। अगर तुम सोचो कि ब्लैक स्क्रीन के ऊपर ग्रे कर दे, ग्रे से ग्रे कलर से टाइपोग्राफी करे, फिर क्या होगा? वो तो आई कैचिंग नहीं है ना। थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम होगा, फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग होगा, ढूंढना पड़ेगा कहाँ पर है भाई, कहाँ पर सब टेक्स्ट है।
You won't be able to read the text. That is the main thing. So color schemes, color wheel, you need to be good at that. Like, what are the complementary colors? What color should I use on this? Like, you won't be able to use green and blue in the same um, space. It will look very weird. So things like that you need to keep in mind, and that's it. Basically, your UI should be something people can use, people are immediately attracted to, because to be very honest, we all have like extremely short attention spans. So we need to
मतलब
catch their
पूरा
attention.
टोटल जो फंडामेंटल्स होता है सबको मिलाकर जो एक वर्ड पे बोला जाए, सिंपल बट आई कैचिंग, खत्म सब।
So now we come to the tools. So Figma is
तो
something that you can use on a website, or
ये
you can also download it. So it's up to you, and it's free for students. So you can use Figma when you want to like do normal stuff, like simple UI, like prototyping, wireframes, then simple websites. It
those who
all
will
has everything.
those who will use that those who will use Figma, they can in for this event only, you can open your account with your college mail ID, and
Yeah,
they will
yeah.
give you this chance to get for 4 years plan free, for free. So you can use that only.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Hmm.
What is the difference between wireframing and prototyping?
Wireframes are basically something like this image which
Skeleton,
you're seeing. Yeah, exactly, skeleton. The image you're seeing on the
just
top
skeleton.
here on the right side, that is like a wireframe. Okay. It does not have anything written. There are blocks for it, right? So basically, over there, suppose in the block the name will appear, then below it some bio will be there. So something like that. So basically, something like a structural integration, so that you can see what is there and be like, okay, over here there will be a picture, over here there will be some text, over here there will be some animation, things like that. So something that is your skeleton. Okay.
And prototyping means complete, पूरा complete जब हो जाता है, इस पूरा डिजाइन से complete हो जाता है, वो जो फीचर्स तुमने ऐड किया है वो कैसे काम करेगा, वो कैसे रन करेगा, जब तुम पूरा ऐप कंप्लीट कर डिप्लॉय कर लोगे, पूरा ऐप जब बना लोगे तो काम कैसा
It's like a
करेगा,
test
वो
run.
प्रोटोटाइप दिखाता है। टेस्टिंग, टेस्ट रन जस्ट,
Okay, okay,
जो
got
हम
it.
लोग डिजाइन पे करते हैं।
Basically, you make an app, and after finishing the app, you are like, okay, this is the first prototype that I have made, and now let's test it. Okay.
Rishi, continue about the UI tools.
Okay. So, Figma, we have talked about it. Now we come to Adobe Photoshop. It is something that you have to pay for, but it's pretty good. And basically, you can do the entire frames over there, wireframes and everything, but you cannot do prototyping and the other parts, the advanced parts, the testing and all of that. You cannot do it over here. It's only for UI, not for UX.
It's the
As per
backdrop of this
yeah,
photo Adobe Photoshop.
yeah.
एंड इन्विजन स्टूडियो थोड़ा सा नया है मार्केट पे। वो वो प्रोटोटाइपिंग के ऊपर पूरा पूरा पूरी फोकस्ड है, पूरा फोकस कर रहे हैं इन्विजन स्टूडियो पूरा प्रोटोटाइपिंग के ऊपर। सो एक बार चेक कर सकते हो तुम लोग यूट्यूब पे, या थोड़ा सा ब्लॉग्स पढ़ सकते हो तो पढ़ लो। इन्विजन स्टूडियो इज बेसिकली फोकसिंग ऑन द एनिमेशंस एंड प्रोटोटाइपिंग पार्ट that makes your design more eye catching and more soothing part only. Nothing much difference about that.
It's almost like Figma.
Yes,
So which one do you guys
but
recommend?
I personally prefer Figma,
recommend
and I'm not sure. Devobrata, which one do you prefer?
Adobe Photoshop.
Okay, so I would say if you want something free but has everything, use Figma because you can use
Yes,
a college mail ID,
it's
so use it. So it'll help.
it has also a feature if your laptop or computer doesn't have that power to run Adobe Photoshop in Vision Studio or something like that, you can use the Figma's browser based plan also,
Yeah,
browser based application also.
you can do it on
So
your
if you have
browser, you
only the
can do it
net,
on your desktop, anything.
if you only
I
have
think
the
Figma
internet,
is
then
more
you can
user
also
friendly than Adobe
Yeah,
Photoshop.
yeah, yeah, that is
more
true.
reliable also.
Adobe
Yeah.
Photoshop is it has a lot more tools.
But when
Those
you
tools are
come to
not really
the
required for new people, basically.
yes, and one more about that Figma also, I want to clear that. When you come to the quality part, मतलब जो क्वालिटी जो पिक्चर्स का क्वालिटी होगा वो सब तुम जब देखोगे फिग्मा का थोड़ा सा
It's
डिफरेंट है तो
pretty
तुम
okay.
लोग
It's good
जब
enough.
okay part okay not not for the wish not for the portfolio of that UI designer. It's not
It
made
is
for that.
good enough
It
for
only made for
beginners.
the prototype thing.
Good enough. Like if you
Yes,
want to do it for your own purpose, it's good enough. And Adobe Photoshop is obviously it is very extensive and also expensive. So you have to see over there. So yeah. So basically, if you want for
InVision
now,
Studio also,
it's
InVision
good enough.
Studio, if you want to use InVision Studio, you can also use your college mail to get 4-year plans.
Yeah. So basically, you can use Figma and InVision Studio for now, and later when you have enough money to pay for yourself, then Photoshop. Okay?
और नहीं तो थोड़ा सा चोर बाजार से घूम के आना कोई बात नहीं है
Yeah, that's also there. Crack files and stuff.
तो
लैपटॉप में वायरस ढुकले पिछाड़ी नहीं हुई।
একদম চলে আসিস শাড়ি দেবো ফ্রিতে
Okay,
चलो
so fundamentals of UX.
proceed. जो फंडामेंटल्स ऑफ यूएक्स यूजेबिलिटी ये जो 4 2 पॉइंट्स है ये फंडामेंटल्स एंड बेसिक्स ऑफ यूएक्स डिजाइन you can also note it down for your later purpose also. Now it's up to you. Usability.
We will be
Usability का
sharing the
मतलब क्या होता है
PPT.
easier to use. Sharing, I don't know about that part. Piyush bhaiya.
We can share the PPT, right?
Yeah. We can share that.
Yeah. So no problem. So
Okay,
we come to
then it's okay,
usability.
then it's okay.
Basically, as it says, it should be easier to use. Like the more
Hmm.
easier your product is, the more people will prefer. Okay, so
Prefer.
like I said in
Equitable
you
we have.
also. Yeah, equitable is the same thing as in UI. Everybody should be able to use it, no matter who they are, whatever age group they are, and no matter what problems they have. So that is there.
Enjoyable positive connection about positive connection between user and the designs, user and your product. जो
Yeah,
प्रोडक्ट जो यूजर तुम्हारा प्रोडक्ट यूज करके एंजॉय करेगा फिर वो ही तो रिटर्न कस्टमर होगा ना तो तुम्हारे डिजाइन के लिए मैं थोड़ा सा बिजनेस पर्सपेक्टिव से बोल रहा हूँ जब जब तुम्हारा प्रोडक्ट जब यूजर यूज करके डिमांडिंग होगा एंड मोर मोर एंजॉयबल दैट देन they they will come back and use your designs and use your product. Okay, that will be the third point of UX. The next point will be useful. यूजफुल का मतलब क्या होता है यहाँ पर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग जो प्रॉब्लम्स होगा जो प्रॉब्लम्स है तुम्हारे जो डिजाइन्स पे या जो डिजाइन्स तुमने देखा है पहले वो जो प्रॉब्लम्स है जब तुम वो सॉल्व कर पाओगे जब when you are able to solve that problems then it will be called a good UX design or good UI design.
yeah. So basically, whatever he said, to sum it up, it should be easy to use. Everybody should be able to use it, and people should actually like it so that they will, uh, recommend it to other people, and it should actually solve the problem that you were intending to solve.
Facing. Yes.
Yeah, facing. So now we come to the UX tools. So again, Figma, you can use it for prototyping and testing. And I would personally prefer Flutter over here because you can do the entire thing and
But
in one
the
package.
only no. But the only problem is that you have to know, you have the prior knowledge of Flutter or the coding.
Yeah, basically Dart. You need to know Dart.
Yes.
But
So
I would say
it's
it's pretty easy.
pretty
Um,
cool, pretty cool.
yeah. Like Figma, you will get the prototype, but for the backend, you need to actually write your code. Okay, so for
एंड
example, the
एडोब
app and
एक्सडी
everything.
जो एडोब एक्सडी यूज करना चाहता है मैं प्रेफर करूंगा फिग्मा एंड एडोब एक्सडी क्योंकि देखो एडोब एक्सडी के साथ जो फोटोशॉप पे सूटेड है फोटोशॉप यूज करते थे पहले से प्रायर नॉलेज है वो एडोब एक्सडी यूज कर सकता है क्योंकि जो डिजाइन के ऊपर पूरी फोकस करता है मैं तो यूआई डिजाइनर हूँ यूआई एंड यूएक्स बोथ में करता हूँ तो मैं मेरे तरफ से सजेशन देता हूँ कि जो एडोब एक्सडी यूज करता है सो वो एडोब एक्सडी यूज करे क्योंकि
Hmm.
देखो इंटरफेस बोलो या डिजाइन के बारे में बोलो सभी सेम है फिग्मा के जैसा फिग्मा यूजर फ्रेंडली है फिग्मा इज गुड फॉर बिगिनर्स but when you come to the intermediate stage or when you are focusing on this field UI UX designing then you can go for Adobe XD क्योंकि वो जो लिंक्ड जो फीचर्स होता है Adobe के बीच में Adobe जो ब्रिज बनाता है सब सब सॉफ्टवेयर के बीच में Adobe XD के साथ तुम Adobe Photoshop भी यूज कर सकते हो तुम्हारे डिजाइन के पर्पस पे तो थोड़ा सा इजी हो जाता है बहुत क्योंकि XD के साथ फोटोशॉप देन पूरा
Basically, if you
कस्टमाइजेशन तुम्हारे
buy
डिजाइन
the
का
Adobe thing, you get the entire pack. So,
इंटायर प्लान्स यस
uh, so if you are going to shell in some money, then obviously Adobe is really good. It is quite a brand.
डिस्क्लेमर दिस इज नॉट दिस ये क्या बोले दिस इज नॉट स्पॉन्सर्ड बाय एडोब प्लीज
Yeah,
डोंट टेक इट अदरवाइज जो हम लोगों का पर्सनल ओपिनियन है वो सब बोल रहे हो
yeah, and I prefer Flutter though because I am like I prefer Dart and everything. So Flutter is useful for me. I do not have Adobe XD because again, money. We are just with we are broke and stuff. So Flutter and Figma is the best for me.
गाइस बृष्टि थोड़ा सा शरीफ आदमी है ना लग रहा है तुम लोगों को बहुत शरीफ है ना
What?
हाँ
हाँ यप सब बोल
Okay.
रहा है यप बहुत शरीफ आदमी है पता चल रहा है शरीफ है बहुत एक्स्ट्रा जानता है ठीक है चलता है
Okay, fine, get it. Oh, shut up. Okay. So UX tools, you can use these three, which is pretty good. Like these are the best. So now you can choose from them. And there are others also. Like if you are going to use other programming languages, then depending on what you're making, for example, for anything that is based on Android Studio is really good. You can use different, like it's a platform where you can use everything. You can use Kotlin, you can use Java, and basically anybody who wants to do a lot of code snippets from here and there and bring it together, you can use Android Studio. But for beginners, I would suggest these three. Okay. So now the thing is 28 days of UI UX is open and please register soon. And we will be conducting classes like this. This is just an introduction to UI and UX so that you don't get scared. So, yeah, that's there. And it will start from 20th February. And the roadmap is given here. So, today was a session for the 17th February one. And then we have another session on wireframes, which we'll delve into, like what is wireframes, how do you do it, like how to make it. Like we have been just talking about UI and UX. We haven't been getting into the hands-on part. So Wireframe session will be hands-on. We'll be using Figma, and you'll be able to understand there. And if you have any problems with wireframes, also you can do it over there as the challenge starts that day. So doubt clearing will also happen. Then we have a third session on 26th, which will be about the design toolkits, the UI tools which you can use. Then we have the fourth session, which will be on prototyping and testing. You build a prototype and how to test it. That is the entire sessions. And the last session will be of the project discussions, which will be related to the Flutter Festival. The last project that you will be making will be with the Flutter. So the challenge will end like after that, and project submission is around 30th March.
अभी थोड़ा सा
Now, any
अभी पहले पूछ
questions?
लेते हैं कि कोई questions, then we will discuss about the challenges.
দাদা
Yes,
আমি
sir. I want to
বাংলাতেই বলছি।
ask.
একদম
Yeah,
একদম
বাংলাতেই বল।
হ্যাঁ বলছি যে দিদি বা দাদা যেই থাকো মানে
হুম
হ্যাঁ
12ই মার্চ ওই যে 12th মার্চ যেটা আছে না ওই
হ্যাঁ
দিন
হুম
আমাদের না মানে মানে ফার্স্ট সেমিস্টারের এক্সাম আছে ওই ডেট মানে ডেডলাইনের মধ্যে তো
আচ্ছা
हेलो
okay, then we can
হ্যাঁ
shift it, no problem, like
কি বললাম আমি শুনতে
whatever.
পেলাম না রে
No, he was saying that he has an exam on that day, like the first semester
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
exams. So yes, we can change the date, it's not a problem. We were preferring to keep
এক
it
মিনিট
on
বৃষ্টি এক
Sundays
মিনিট
actually. Yeah.
वेट एक मिनट पीयूष पीयूष दादा पीयूष भैया
Yeah, yeah.
पूछ रहे थे कि वो जो 12th मार्च हो रहा है 12th मार्च क्या संडे संडे हो रहा है तो
12th March, I guess Sunday.
तब तो संडे सेशंस का सेशंस तो डिस्कस हुआ था संडे का
Saturday they
सैटरडे
have exams, that is the thing.
सैटरडे एग्जाम्स व्हाट
Yeah,
एग्जाम्स
array, McCott exams, remember? We have it on Saturday,
सैटरडे
so
नाइट
uh, you have given exams yourself
अच्छा
I
and you have
think
forgotten
ठीक
about
the
है
it.
exams will be from 11:30 to 1.
one then
Yeah,
we will take our sessions at the evening मतलब
yeah, yeah.
7:30 से
So I guess it will be of no problem because it's an online exam, right?
Yeah.
प्रॉब्लम्स होगा तो सब सब तुम लोग फर्स्ट ईयर का जो 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 पार्टिसिपेट किया है उससे पूछ लो प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ भाई हाँ ठीक है
Yeah.
प्रॉब्लम्स
So
होगा तो एक
the
बार
thing
पूछ लो तो
is,
हम लोग एक बार डिसाइड कर लेंगे फिर
yeah. Like if you have any problems, just discuss among yourselves and do tell us. It's not like you're aaj hi bola to aaj hi khatam. If you have any problems, you can obviously say about it. Like, you can tell us the day before at least. Like 24 hours pehle bata dena, please. So that we are not in any confusion. Okay?
Hello.
और
Yeah.
बोल
So I was telling you I'll be starting everything from scratch. So
Yeah.
would you guys be providing any documents or like
डॉक्यूमेंट्स नो नो नो
documents
डिजाइन
or
से ऊपर कोई
something like
डॉक्यूमेंट्स नहीं होता
tutorial type of
ओके
thing.
ट्यूटोरियल्स
Tutorials, yes, we can recommend some things like from
यस
YouTube and other things. So no problem with that. And we'll actually be taking sessions, so you can already see that hands-on how
no,
to
like
do it.
नो
there are a
बृष्टि
lot of jargons that you people are using and I am not being able to understand. So
Yeah,
just for
yeah. Okay,
prep
yeah.
up, I would like to read something.
what সিমরান
Hmm.
ask us কি
Yeah,
বুঝতে
basically
পারছিস না
ask.
তুই সেটা
তোরা
বল জিজ্ঞেস
আইটি
কর
থেকে কম্পিউটার সায়েন্স থেকে আমি বায়োমেডিক্যাল থেকে সো অবভিয়াসলি একটু প্রবলেম
I'm
হচ্ছে
engineering. Yeah, I get
না না
it.
তোর শোন, আমি সেটা বলছি না আমি বলছি যে আজকের সেশনে এমন কিছু হয়েছে যেটা তুই বুঝতে পারিস সেটা বল জিজ্ঞেস কর
না
Yeah,
দেখ তোরা যেসব প্রেজেন্টেশন গুলো দিয়েছিস সেগুলো অবভিয়াসলি বুঝেছি বাট দেন দেয়ার ওয়াজ সার্টেন
হ্যাঁ
জার্গনস দ্যাট ইউ পিপল ওয়ার ইউজিং
like
লাইক
লাইক ছিল কিছু লাইক এন্ড টু এন্ড সামথিং ওয়াজ দেয়ার then Dart, all these things.
Okay, Dart
Dart
is
is the language. Dart
is
is
a
a
language.
language.
It's a language.
Like Java, C Sharp, C, that one.
Yes, so
Artichoke.
basically we will be giving you some materials which you can go through.
Hmm.
So that will help. And also Flutter Festival is going on. So you'll be doing the quick labs over there. So that will also help.
Okay.
So if you do all of them, no problems. And if you do come across any problem which you cannot solve from those, we are there 24/7. You can just text us in the group and we will help you.
হ্যাঁ
How are
বৃষ্টি
we?
তুই ততক্ষণ একটা কাজ হ্যাঁ
Yeah.
অভিষেক বলো বলো
How are we supposed to register for this?
Okay. Deobrata, please send the
আহ,
link.
হ্যাঁ বলছি তুই বৃষ্টি তোদের লিঙ্কটা দে আমি তোদের ওদেরকে একটুখানি এটা বলি মানে
I'll
চ্যালেঞ্জেস
send the
গুলো
link.
কিরকম ভাবে হবে সেই জিনিসটা বলি হ্যাঁ
Okay.
আচ্ছা আমার একটা
তো
কোয়েশ্চেন ছিল জিজ্ঞেস
Yeah.
করতে পারি?
ইয়েস
Yeah, yeah.
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ
ইয়েস ইয়েস
অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমি বলছিলাম যে তোরা বললি যে ফাইনাল প্রজেক্ট সাবমিশন যেটা করব সেটাতে ফ্লাটারে ইউজ করতে হবে,
Yes.
তো ফ্লাটার মানে তো ডার্ট ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজটা শিখতে হবে।
হুম
Yeah.
আচ্ছা সেটাই জিজ্ঞেস করছিলাম যে মানে ডার্ট ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজটা লাগবে।
Yes, yes. Basically, Flutter uses Dart, and Dart is very easy. It's not something that you have to be like, oh my god, you have to learn a lot of things. So, no, it's very easy, but you need to learn Dart. That is it.
So,
Any other questions?
any other questions? Then I will discuss.
Feel free to ask, like, it's okay.
আর এরকম তুই তাঙাড়ি করেই জিজ্ঞেস কর যারা যারা এখানে ইয়ে আছিস একদম ফ্রি
Like
You
any
have to
language, no
learn Dart
problem.
on your own or we will be taught. अच्छा देखो वो तो फ्लटर फेस्टिवल जो कंडक्ट कर रहा है शौविक भैया उसको पता होगा हम लोगों को शायद नहीं पता है क्योंकि हम लोग पूरी डिजाइन के ऊपर फोकस थे यू डिजाइन आइडिया के ऊपर तो आई डोंट थिंक आई सॉरी फॉर दैट
আচ্ছা দাদা দিদি তোমরা কোন ইয়ারের এখন করছো মানে?
Second year. We
আমরা
are both
সেকেন্ড
from
ইয়ার বাবু
second.
সেকেন্ড ইয়ার আমরা
আচ্ছা
ওকে তো কেউ কি কারোর কিছু কি आइडिया হয়েছে जैसे मैं जिज्ञेस করছি जो कोई किसी को क्या आइडिया है कि चैलेंजेस का मतलब क्या है यहाँ पर यू डिजाइन आइडिया का चैलेंज क्या मतलब क्या है किसी को कोई आइडिया 28 days challenges of UI UX what does it mean
We have to make an app.
We have to design any layout.
Yeah.
but in
Basically,
what format
yeah.
can Brishti wait
Okay.
can you guess in what format in what process
You do realize they'll not be able to guess because they don't know anything, right?
What
no
format means?
देखो एक you will share something yes who is this Shreyam Maiti nice ठीक ही बोला एकदम देखो पूरा फॉर्मेट है कि यहाँ पर जो चैलेंजेस स्टार्ट हो रहा है ठीक है तो चैलेंजेस के ऊपर हम लोगों का जो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जो क्राइटेरिया है हम लोगों का जो इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट है कोई है पीयूष भैया तनुका दी हाँ दीदी दादा तुमरा आप लोग इंस्टाग्राम का थोड़ा वो जो लिंक प्रोफाइल लिंक सेंड करिए ना यहाँ पर चैट बॉक्स पे शेयर करिए
अच्छा अच्छा वेट
Yeah, so basically
फर्स्ट
every
क्राइटेरिया
day,
है
yeah. Okay, you say.
फर्स्ट जो क्राइटेरिया है जो तुम लोग जो जो चैलेंजेस में पार्ट ले रहे हो तो तुम लोग सब इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट को फॉलो करो ठीक है अभी कर सकते हैं तो कर लो बाद में करना है तो बाद में कर लेना कोई बात नहीं चैनल इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट को फॉलो करना पूरा प्रोसेस में बता दे रहा हूँ ठीक है पूरा प्रोसेस में बता दे रहा हूँ कोई प्रॉब्लम्स होगा तो अभी पूछ लेना या क्रॉस प्रमोशन ओके नाइस एनफ है नाइस आइडिया आई थिंक तो पूरा प्रोसेस बोलता हूँ मैं we will be sharing questions मतलब जो सैम्पल क्वेश्चंस शायद मेरे पास होगा एक, रुको मैं दिखाता हूँ, थोड़ा सा आइडिया हो जाएगा तुम लोगों को। दिखाता हूँ फिर मैं बोलता हूँ।
When
भैया
I
लिंक दे
stop
के बोलना मेरे को,
sharing,
ठीक है?
then you'll be able to share if you have something to share.
No, I guess I don't need that.
Okay, I'll stop sharing then.
Okay, do that. I will be sharing that. Brishti,
Hmm.
I've tagged you some questions in the group. Can you please open and show them one question only? Just one question.
I'll just see it then. What is this questions?
No, don't say it. Just show them. What will be the format? They will get some idea.
Okay, wait.
Hello, hello. Meanwhile,
पीयूष भैया बोलिए.
is Souvik here? Hello.
No, he left, I think.
शौविक भैया.
He
No, शौविक
left.
भैया है, शौविक भैया है.
Yeah.
Hello, Souvik.
I think he fell asleep.
तो मीनवाइल तुम लोग एक बार वो जो डीएससी का इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट है, जो जो फॉलो कर सकता है तो फॉलो कर लो, क्योंकि जो जो चैलेंजेस का क्वेश्चंस होगा वो सब पोस्टर फॉर्मेट पे रात को 12 बजे, रात को 12 AM we will be posting that questions every day. मतलब ये जो 28 डेज चैलेंज है, इसका मतलब है जो जो हम लोग का क्वेश्चंस का क्राइटेरियाज है, जो क्वेश्चंस हम लोग प्रोवाइड करेंगे, उसके ऊपर तुम लोगों को पूरा 24 आवर्स मिलेगा. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ओनली, नॉट
Yeah,
दैट.
it's the first questions only.
यस.
Yeah. So the first question is sign up page. It will be the first question you get on 20th. So just explaining. Basically, you have to make a website page, a web page, which is for
Just
sign up.
only that page, just
Yeah,
only that interface only.
just one page. Like anything, for example, I can show you later. Wait. So basically, the key features are you have to give an email address panel, a password panel, confirm password panel, and the already have an account login. These things, the points that are there normally when
सारे
you
की
try to.
फीचर्स पूरा पूरे मेंशन किया हुआ है.
Huh.
सारे की फीचर्स मैंने मेंशन कर दिया है.
So basically, you have to use all these key features. There should be these key features. These are like the points that should be there, and rest of it is up to you. Like whatever you want to make, you can make. For example, I'll show you. It's not the same thing,
No,
but
these questions will not be shared in the WhatsApp group. These questions will be on the Instagram account, on our Instagram account as a post every day. ठीक है?
अकाउंटेंट
जो
नाम क्या
जो
है आपका?
लिंक देवा ऐसे चैट बॉक्स में फॉलो कर लेना.
DSPLSEC.
मेन जो बात है यहाँ पर, पूरा पूरा 24 आवर्स मिलेगा तुम लोगों को 12 AM till the next day 12 AM, मतलब 11:59
11:59.
PM.
Yeah.
यस, 11:59 PM तुम लोगों को टाइम मिलेगा पूरा एक डिजाइन कंप्लीट करने को. ठीक है? पूरा डिजाइन कंप्लीट करने का पूरा 24 आवर मिलेगा. रोज दिन तुम लोगों को इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट का जो 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 होता है, तुम लोगों को जैसे फॉलो करना चाहते हो कर सकते हो, जो नोटिफिकेशन बटन है वो सब चालू कर सकते हो, जो जो हिसाब कर लो. वो
Yeah,
पूरा
I'll
पूरी कर
just
लेना.
yeah. I'll show you. This is basically something not related to this. It was a short project for mine. So basically, this is we are using Figma over here. So basically, how a normal sign up page should look. Okay. So there's login, there's sign
This
up.
page, this page, just this page, you have to make it. Just sign up
Yeah.
page,
You don't
not
have to do
more
anything
than that.
else. For example, if I click on forget password, I get this. You don't have to do that. Okay. Just you have to make this page. You don't have to make it work.
Just design. Just design.
Yeah. Just the design, not how it is working. For example, if I um, do this, it goes back to this. I click on join us and this opens up. And I say, okay, I have forgotten my password. Then forget password and this is happening. And you enter
This
your
is not
email ID.
required only.
Yeah, I'm just showing how a UX normally works.
Mhm.
This is a prototype. Okay. So either you can send your link or you can go back to login and that's it. It's a small thing, like it's not complete. So that's it.
So पूरा क्वेश्चंस जो होगा, पूरा क्वेश्चंस एक इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट पे पोस्ट के जैसा पोस्ट होगा। और पीयूष भैया मैं बोल रहा था कि गूगल फॉर्म्स प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा ना?
हाँ, the link we have provided for registration, you can send it in the chat box.
Link, which one?
Wait, let me send it. Meanwhile, Souvik, are you here?
Hello?
Yeah, Souvik.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
here.
some people were asking that how will they learn Flutter and all, so you can clear their doubt.
Actually, after this session, and after I add few more people in our group, WhatsApp group, I will be sharing a PDF, and everything will be mentioned over there, the like the URLs of the courses and everything. Okay, even the PDFs or the ebooks or YouTube videos or whatever be the source, I will share everything. Once everybody gets added to our groups, then I will keep sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
And for the wireframes and all the classes that we'll be taking, I will be using Figma because it's easier for people to understand. And if you want to see those in the like Flutter, like in Flutter, then you can obviously ask beforehand, then we will also prepare that. Okay.
ओके, ये रजिस्ट्रेशन फॉर्म भैया ने दे दिया है चैट बॉक्स पे, तो रजिस्टर कर लो सब जो जो करना चाहता है। वो रजिस्ट्रेशन करने के बाद जो देखो डिजाइन्स करना पड़ेगा, डिजाइन्स के बाद गूगल फॉर्म प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा, गूगल फॉर्म्स पे सबमिट करना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, ये पूरा एक दिन का काम हुआ, पूरा एक एक चैलेंजेस का काम हुआ। ठीक है, सेशंस तो होगा ही, सेशंस अटेंड करना, जो जो डाउट्स जो जो डिजाइन से करना चाहता है। मेन बात, अभी जो मेन बात हो रहा है, डिजाइन इंस्पिरेशंस, मतलब डिजाइन का जो आइडियाज, वो तुम लोग कहाँ से मिलेगा तुम लोग? जो बिहार के बारे में जानता है, ड्रिबल के बारे में जानता है, वो सब शायद पता ही होगा, जो पता ही होगा क्या उस साइट्स पे या उस सोशल मीडिया पे क्या क्या होता है। वहां पर सब डिजाइनर बहुत बड़े बड़े डिजाइनर्स होते हैं, तो डिजाइनर्स का
They
डिजाइन्स
basically
वहां पर
showcase
अवेलेबल
their
है,
work over there. Okay.
शोकेस देयर
So
पोर्टफोलियोज।
yeah, it's a portfolio basically. Behance is for portfolios, and Dribble is for work which is like in process, like in progress works. You put it over there to show you how you're continuing your works. You can
बृष्टि,
use yeah. Say
दादा नाम
आई
को और एक बार
टोल्ड
बोल दे।
हाँ हाँ, Brishti, can you provide the link of my portfolio,
yeah,
then
yeah. I'll
Behance,
just
and then Dribble in the chat box, please?
yeah.
So you can take your inspirations from, you can take your ideas from that part, that websites, but when but you can't copy totally, just copy.
Yeah, so basically the thing is, please do not copy. We'll be able to understand because nobody here is like an amazing, like top class design artist. So You can look at other apps. For example, for the first one, Signup Page, you can go and look at sign-up pages from other web pages like um, Facebook. Then you have um, Instagram, everything. Basically, whatever you feel you can use, you can always look for them. Yeah, you can keep it simple. Basically, the main thing is you have to keep it simple. It's not like you will give a lot of colors and it's extremely bright and there is nothing there. So that will not help. You have to keep it simple. Basically, like you saw, which I showed you, it was very simple. Just login page and that's it. But that was for an app. So you have to build it for a web page. Okay. And please do not copy.
And
So
जो
yeah.
क्या बोले, versions will be declared in the post also. So don't worry about what will you make, app or on website. Don't worry. We will be providing that version also. Web version, TV version, app version. जो बनाना है हम लोग provide कर देंगे. और जो मेन की फीचर्स है वो भी प्रोवाइड करेंगे. उससे बाहर कुछ मतलब उसके बाहर तुम ऐड कर सकते हो बट सब्ट्रैक्ट नहीं कर सकते उसको. मतलब
No, don't
क्या बोले.
subtract it. It will be very weird. Do not subtract.
Yes.
Basically, that is the main things. You need those points. Bas. And now, if you have time and you want to elaborate on that,
Upgrade your
you want to make
designs.
it, yeah.
Yes.
If you want to upgrade it, you can do it. Basically, you have to do it every day, so you can keep it simple. Basically, you have to keep it simple. Otherwise, it will be very monotonous. You won't have time. It's for 24-hour limit.
I think Brishti has shared the links. Dribble,
Yeah,
Behance.
I sent the Behance one. You can see. And Dribble, you don't have an account, so I'm just sharing the normal links.
Normal link, normal link.
Yeah, that's
Where can I
simple.
find the
Dribble.com.
WhatsApp group link? Wait, I'm sending.
So that is there, and you can go to Behance and see like some top artists, or some. You can check out the Brothos only. It's pretty easy, and just check it out. I think the links are there. Yeah.
We'll get some ideas about, and then you can start.
Basically, before you start, I'll be covering the parts that you need, like the wireframe part, which will help you. So that's it. Any questions, any queries?
We will be providing the tutorials and some
Yeah, yeah.
blogs
Everything will
also.
be there in the WhatsApp group. This was just an
Mhm.
introductory session, like what is UI and what is UX for people who don't know anything. So, yeah.
Any
Acha,
I think we
listen,
can.
Brishti.
I think
Yeah, yeah.
No,
yes, yes, yes,
Brishti.
yes.
Acha, Debobrata has forwarded the links. Basically,
Yeah.
there are two links: Flutter plus UI UX, and then Flutter Festival. So I am like, participating in the
Yeah,
Flutter
yeah.
plus UI UX. So I would just register for the first one, right? Or should I register for both?
No, no, just
Register
register for
now.
the
That
first
one
one.
is not for registration. That one will be for joining. That group
Yeah,
joining.
joining is only what I think she's trying to say.
Oh,
For
no, no.
the,
Acha, okay.
Acha, you're talking about the
Registration. Sorry, sorry.
registration? Okay, yeah. So in the registration, you can see that there is an option, Flutter, you design idea, or do you want both? So you can
Yeah.
click on the both one. So no problem with that. And for the WhatsApp groups, you can just check it out. The first one is Flutter and UI UX. So if you're doing
If you
both,
are
then yeah,
doing both, then first one will be the great. First one will be great.
yeah,
And I was talking about the registration actually. There are like two links.
Two
yeah.
links.
Wait, I'll
Yeah,
just
see, first link is for UI UX and second link
Mm.
is for Flutter Festival.
Mm.
So if you want to do both events, you have to register for both. And if you
yeah.
want to just go for UI UX or Flutter Festival, you can just register in one.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, about the swags, I think Piyush Bhaiya and Debobrata will speak. Just tell them on the swags.
Souvik, you can say for this.
Okay, okay. So actually the thing is, we are collaborating these two events. So for our swags and goodies, we have kept a criteria like you will have to complete both the events. We will have to cover both the events. Then only you will be eligible for the swags. And regarding what you will be receiving for the swags, that's a surprise, even from Google also or from GDSC also. At least I can assure that if you complete, you will receive something obviously, like T-shirt or can be something else. And there will be certificates if you are completing only one. Okay. If you are completing only one, then there will be no swags.
I've been talking with my mic off. Lovely. Yeah, so basically you have to complete any one of the tracks to at least get a certificate.
And both for the goodies,
Yeah,
Flutter Festival and UI UX, both.
For Flutter Festival, I can assure that it won't be much difficult for you guys,
yeah,
because there will be curated list of uh, documents and articles and labs to go on, and you can just learn them, or you can. I would recommend you should learn them actually instead of just doing those labs by seeing the code and copy pasting those. Instead of that, you can
yeah.
just learn it. That will be beneficial for you. And by the
Actually, you
end,
have to learn the entire thing because you have to do the project at the end, right?
yeah, yeah, I was just going to that point.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you will be doing the project. So in that case, those learnings will obviously help you.
For the
Dada,
project, you need. Yeah, yeah. Go
I
ahead.
was actually registering for this thing and this Flutter festival, and they redirected me to this Google Cloud Skill Boost, and they were telling that I have to register, like sign in with a new account. So which account should I use, like personal or like college?
No, don't use college emails for this registration. Use your personal Gmail, which is
Like Google Cloud
@gmail.com.
Skills.
Yeah, @gmail.com. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Any other questions?
হ্যাঁ, একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল যে তোরা এখনই বললি যে কপি করতে না, মানে জাস্ট লাইক ফার্স্ট টাস্কটা যেটা দেখলাম, চ্যালেঞ্জটা যেটা ছিল
Mm-hmm.
ওখানে টু ডিজাইন আ ওয়েব পেজ ফর লগইন পেজ, আই থিঙ্ক দ্যাট ওয়াজ।
Mm-hmm.
তো ওটাতে জাস্ট লাইক ওয়েব পেজ যদি বলতে চাস তাহলে ফেসবুকে লগইন পেজ টাইপ হতে পারে।
Yeah,
হ্যাঁ, তো
একদম।
হ্যাঁ, জাস্ট লাইক ওটাকে কপি, তোরা বলছিস কি ওই জিনিসটা এক্স্যাক্টলি কপি না করতে, নাকি কাইন্ড অফ অন্য
না
কিছু
না না,
বানাতে বলছেন? তাহলে
আমি বোঝাচ্ছি।
বল।
দেখো ব্যাপারটা কি বলতো, কপি বলতে না, কপির ডিজাইনস কপি করার, দেখো সত্যি কথা বলতে আমরা অ্যাজ এ ডিজাইনার আমরা কিন্তু
হুম।
পুরোপুরি সব জায়গা থেকে কপি করছি, ঠিক আছে?
হ্যাঁ, এক্স্যাক্টলি।
তো
you take different sources and then combine it into your
হ্যাঁ,
own
হ্যাঁ,
thing.
yes,
So
ইয়েস।
that is
মানে
okay.
ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে তুমি যেন কোনো ডিজাইনারের কোনো আইডিয়াস বলতে গেলে যে যে সে যে ইলাস্ট্রেশন বা সে যে ডিজাইন প্যাটার্নস গুলো ইউজ করে, সে যে
Hmm.
টাইপোগ্রাফিটা ইউজ করেছে, পুরোপুরি যেন টুকে না দাও, আমি
ওকে,
সেটা বোঝাতে চাইলাম।
ওকে, ওকে।
Like basically
তোমার
don't
নিজের
use
যেন
the
ছোঁয়া
same
থাকে।
images. Do not use the same images or the same logos or things like that. Now there are
ওকে,
some things which you have
ইয়েস,
to do the same thing.
হুম,
So yeah. So
ওকে।
you keep the core things
জিজ্ঞাসা
like
দত্ত ইজ
Diyansha
আস্কিং।
said. Yeah.
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ,
But add our own things. So yeah, exactly. Keep the core
you
things
Yeah,
have
which
it
to
is
is
the key
you
asking
have to
features.
only.
keep the core things, you have to keep
Hmm.
the core things.
Someone was
Anything?
saying something, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Will there be any task for today?
No, no, no.
No,
From
no, 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 no.
20th. Today is
Okay.
17th, so you have some time. On 20th, we will be
You can
organizing
you can
a
some you
class.
can do some
Yeah.
research. You can do some research about UI UX on your own.
Yeah.
No issues.
Like we'll be
We will be
sending you some
providing.
links, obviously.
Even you
So
can play with the tools also.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Just make
Diasha
yourself
is asking the
comfortable.
designs we will make will not be functional, right?
Yeah, yeah. No
Mm,
functions.
নো ফাংশন না না বৃষ্টি ওটা হার্ড এন্ড ফাস্ট রুল করে দিস না একটা জিনিস
You
যারা
can
করতে
make
চায়
it,
যারা ইউআই
but
ইউএক্স টা
yeah.
পারে হ্যাঁ
Hmm.
তারা করতেই পারে
It
those
is
who
not
can do
mandatory.
that part functional you can do that for your own purpose but not mandatory.
Will you guys
Any
be
more
providing
questions?
links for this tutorials?
Yeah, yeah. In the WhatsApp
Tutorials
groups.
in the WhatsApp group?
Okay.
I don't know programming actually. Why?
You can actually
No,
make
you
it
don't have
functional even without the programming in Figma.
event program. Yes,
You just have to connect dots.
we
That's
we
it.
will be providing links for your tutorials. Don't worry, please. I think nobody has many more questions.
Like I'll
So
show you something, like you said about the what should I say? The programming part. I'll just show you how to do it without programming.
আমার এটা একবার খুলে দেখিয়ে দে আমার যে ভিডিওস গুলো আছে সেগুলো একটা দেখিয়ে দে ওটা উইদাউট
Which
প্রোগ্রামিং
videos?
করা নাইকিটা
Okay.
দেখিয়ে দে নাইকি আছে তো আমার ও তোরও তো এটা হ্যাঁ দেখিয়ে দিতে পারিস
Yeah, basically here you are seeing how it flows. So for example, you click on join us button and it goes to this page. Okay. And if you click on this save the earth, there is no planet B, it will go back to this. If you click on the sign up page, it will go to sign up. So this is just 4 pages, but these, if you just link it from this, you just click and drag it over here and it's linked. You get it?
Yes, so
Okay,
Brishti
Brishti.
and Deb,
Yeah.
I think 19 is Saturday or Sunday?
Wait, I'll just check. Saturday.
Saturday. Okay, so we will start this giving out tasks from 20th, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we can go on this wireframing and all on
On
19th.
19th. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
So I
problem.
think it's pretty late. So if there is no more
we will be
questions, we
ending.
can wrap
Yes.
up this event.
End this event, yeah.
Is there any more questions, guys? I guess not. So
Yeah.
okay, guys, if you want to say Brishti and Deb last few words, then we can end it. Okay. If not, then we can end it also. Yeah.
No, it's okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Just join on 19th. It'll have all the wireframing and everything, which will help you with the prototypes and everything, which you'll be making. You won't be making prototypes, but the designs which you'll be making.
जस्ट मैं एक ही चीज बोलना चाहता हूँ कि सब लोग ये इवेंट जो हो रहा है ये फर्स्ट इवेंट हो रहा है जीडीएससी की तरफ से तो इस टॉपिक के ऊपर तो सब लोग ज्वाइन करके देखो कैसा लगता है
Yeah.
honest reviews will be required.
Yeah.
I think so. Thank you everyone. I'll be leaving. I'm leaving. Brishti,
Thank you.
back up.
Thank you all. It was a lovely session.